He said, it's malignant.
A cancer diagnosis for a mom 8 months pregnant.
This is it. I thought I'm gonna die.
Watch a miracle unfold
We have to deliver him in order to treat you.
and see the prayers that save 2 lives
Everything's gonna be okay. My wife's gonna be okay.
on today's 700 Club Interactive. Well, good morning and welcome to the show. Here's Ephraim Graham with this week's Top 5.
At number 5.
What took you to Idaho?
Medical conference. Are you a journalist? That would explain the questions.
As The Mountain Between Us rides high at the box office, the author of the book that inspired the film is sharing the faith that inspires him. Charles Martin tells the Gospel Herald his favorite writer is King David, who wrote much of the Psalms. He says, David speaks what my heart needs to hear when I'm hurting or in a place of uncertainty.
We're not gonna die. Not today.
At number 4.
Country star Jason Aldean opening Saturday Night Live by paying tribute to the victims of the Las Vegas massacre and to late rocker Tom Petty. Aldean was performing at the Las Vegas Music Festival when bullets hit the crowd.
We hurt for you, and we hurt with you. But you can be sure that we're gonna walk through these tough times together every step of the way.
Sunday, Aldean and his wife returned to Las Vegas to spend time with shooting victims, still hospitalized at the University Medical Center. At number 3.
I was on that side of the fence.
NBA star Dwayne Wade is cheering his wife Gabrielle Union's courage, tweeting, "My wife is one strong individual."
In the latest issue of People magazine, the BET star is revealing her personal struggle with infertility. The 44-year-old admits over the years she's suffered 9 miscarriages and gone through 8 cycles of IVF.
They still out there? You want to take separate doors? Or
The actress opens up about her struggle in her candid and personal new memoir.
we can use this for good, Justin.
At number 2.
I play Cyrus. He's like a know-it-all kind of camel.
Tyler Perry gives Studio 5 an exclusive first look at the holiday film, The Star.
The new king's in danger.
Run for your life! Get out of the way!
Here's a little well-placed distraction.
It's the story of the first Christmas through the eyes of the animals.
Every year, Christmas becomes a little more commercialized. We get a little more away from why we do this to begin with. And this movie is there to reintroduce the real reason for the season, not only for this generation, but also for the next.
The Star is in theaters November 17th.
Deborah, are you okay?
At number 1, Denzel Washington delivers an unforgettable moment away from the big screen.
Denzel Washington is in Chicago looking for directions to a local restaurant. When these people realize who he is, they tell him his 86-year-old superfan lives across the street, so of course, Denzel has to go meet Juanita Hubbard.
Not gonna let him go! That's my mom. She's 87 years old. 87. My mother's 94. I just got off the phone with her. Yeah, this is a blessing. This is a blessing.
It seemed like I knew him, not just to see it in the first time. When I just touched him, it seemed like something just went through me like a spirit. And he was just like someone that I really knew was a good person.
Well, that's this week's Top 5. And we got Ephraim Graham here with us, the best dressed man on television is with us. Where to begin? I guess we got to begin with Denzel.
We got, yeah.
You know, it's just...
He's so cool, just so cool. Literally in Chicago, just looking for a restaurant, asking for directions. He doesn't use GPS or Waze like many of us. He's asked the neighbors for directions. And when they realize, like, wait a minute, Juanita Hubbard lives right across the street. She's your biggest fan. And part of the conversation, she goes, I was just watching your movie last night. He goes, which one? John Q. And, you know, when you were fighting to protect your son. And, you know, I watched you on Jimmy Fallon. She every single appearance she could name that she's been watching. He said to her, he goes, well, I'm not from Chicago. I used to come here a lot, but I'm just one of you all. I'm at home. This is, I'm nobody special.
Well, I love what he said, this is my block.
Yes, this is it.
He wasn't afraid to be in Chicago. A lot of people are afraid to be in Chicago.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
He says, I'm not afraid.
I'm
Boy,
not afraid.
She didn't want to let him go.
No, she wasn't going to let him go. She held on. Her granddaughter posted on Facebook, Denzel was my grandmother's boo for a little while. No, not at all.
All right, let's talk about Charles Martin and give a shout out to Regent University. He's a Regent University alum, and he put out a book and then the screenplay, and now it's going to be a movie.
That's right. It is already doing well at the box office. The funny thing is, he's definitely a man of faith. He talks about his faith. He talks about being inspired by King David. He talks about Paul. He gave an interview to Gospel Herald that was really, really good. But people in the faith community thought that the film had too much profanity, and those outside of the faith community thought the film was a little too sweet and too syrupy. Not enough, essentially. So
can't make anybody
caught
happy.
in between there. But the film is doing very well, and he says that the film is actually almost a love story and a tribute to his wife, because he asked himself, have I demonstrated to my wife that I truly love her? And his creative mind starts going as he was camping in the woods, and he goes, what if, this was it? What if I was stuck? And then he's flying over an area of California, and he's looking there and he goes, well, gee, what would happen? And that gave birth to this story. And he wants it to be a testament of God's love, but also a testament of the strength and power of a man who truly loves his wife. And that's a beautiful story.
That's a great story.
Yes, it is.
Have you seen the movie?
I have not seen the movie yet. I am going to see it with my wife.
Okay.
Yes.
With your wife?
Yes.
With the profanity?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. It's a deeper question about Christian films in general, but I've heard the critique that in order for a film to be Christian, you actually have to be too Christian, and therefore it shuts off the non-Christian audience. They don't get to hear the message because they don't go. Is that a fundamental problem?
It seems to be so much so. I don't agree with this move, but there is another movement afoot to produce what's called hard faith films, where they're saying they're films of faith, but you're going to find profanity in it. You're going to find that. So I'm not, and I even challenged the people who said that when in an interview. I said, why not just make good movies? Why don't we just make a good movie and let's go from there? But I know that that's a difficult balance for them to strike as filmmakers.
There's actually a whole new genre
that they've started called
of hard faith
films. Yeah, we've got one in one release so far, but they're going to continue in that vein.
What do you think about that?
I'm not a fan. I don't want you to put it in a box, but I also, I think it's just a marketing ploy, and I would rather just see you make a good film. It will speak for itself, because while critics are being critical of this film, people are going to see it. It's doing well at the box office.
I'll show my age. In back in the day, it was actually quite unusual for there to be profanity in a movie, and for Gone with the Wind to be sort of the breakthrough. That a closing line, and he walks off into the dusk and see ya in a profound way. Why can't we make movies like that are critical successes? Why are we trying to?
I think part of the problem is Hollywood doesn't see it that way. They really feel like I'm giving people what they want. And what we have to see is more of filmmakers like Devon Franklin doing The Star, Heaven is for Real, things of that nature where they do well at the box office. Because he certainly made inroads himself as a filmmaker, realizing, and Sony as well as Fox now taking notice that, maybe.
Yeah, it'll work.
It'll work.
It'll work at the box.
Yeah.
But I think we can have this conversation forever on the, what's the influence of movies, what's the influence of television, where you have profanity that is just a stream, and does that influence culture and tell people who are watching it it's now okay for you to do the same thing? Is the film industry causing the culture or mirroring the culture, and I would. I tend to lean on it's causing the culture.
Yeah, I would.
You imitate what you see.
I would tend to agree with that. I mean, we have become so desensitized. I mean, watching television today is not like watching television when I.
Well, you got to turn it off.
No,
I mean,
you do.
You know,
you do, and put
particularly
filters
the pay
on.
cable.
Yeah.
You got to turn it off.
Turn it off. Parental control.
You got to turn it off.
Yes.
You don't want that in your home.
No,
and
no.
you don't want your kids anywhere near it.
And think about Hollywood's also making it difficult for you to filter that out of your home by fighting those who want to do it for you.
Which I think to me proves they're trying to change the culture.
Yeah,
and then you get into the longer issue of what for? What's the purpose? Why do you want to promote promiscuity? Why do you want to promote a culture that doesn't aspire to let's lift the conversation.
It needs to be a changing of the hearts.
Anyway, I think we've run out of time. So if you want to have all the entertainment news that I was supposed to talk about, check out Ephraim's weekly show, Studio 5. It's available on Roku, Apple TV. You can watch it online at cbn.com/Studio5. And Ephraim, we'll see you again next week.
All right, see you then.
Well, coming up, a young wife and a new mom gets devastating news from her doctor.
At that point, she was stage 4. So she had developed metastases to the lungs and in the brain.
I have brain cancer. I thought I'm going to die.
Watch how this woman was healed of terminal brain cancer right after this. Ashley Halford was 32 weeks pregnant when she was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer. Suddenly, she was facing the possibility of losing her own life and the life of her unborn son.
Firefighter Dave Halford and his wife Ashley married in 2004 with dreams of starting a family and building a life together. Their whole world changed one day when Ashley noticed a knot on her neck.
Very tiny, and my immediate thought was a lymph node. And I thought, oh great, I'm getting sick.
Doctors prescribed antibiotics, which seemed to work. But when she got pregnant a month later, the knot returned.
He put me on another round of antibiotics. And again, the knot seemed to respond to that. It shrunk back down. But at 8 months, when I was 8 months pregnant, it grew like violently. It got really big.
It also became painful. So her doctor did a biopsy as a precaution. Ashley got a call from her doctor the next day.
The very first thing he asked me, he said, "Is David with you?" And instantly, I knew then. He said, "It's malignant."
But then just a whirlwind of emotions, hard to even explain. Just everything from anger to fear to disbelief. My wife and my unborn child here, this is my whole world. And now suddenly that's just turned upside down.
Surgery was scheduled immediately to remove the mass. But first, their son needed to be delivered. Ashley's primary concern was for her unborn baby, especially his underdeveloped lungs.
And I told her, I said, "No, we're not delivering." I said, "He's only 32 weeks. And I said, "He's not ready. He's way far from ready." And she tried to calm me down and assure me. She said, "He has to be delivered." She said, "We have to deliver him in order to treat you."
Much to the medical staff's surprise, Harley, now 33 weeks old, came into the world not only breathing, but screaming and kicking.
I always say that was our first miracle. That was our first prayer answered and the first thing we saw God really do.
Harley's birth was a victory, but the Halfords knew they were going to need more than one miracle for his mother to survive. 4 days after Harley's birth, Ashley woke up from surgery. She and Dave were relieved to learn that her tumor, now the size of a softball, had been removed successfully.
After she recovers, we'll get back to normal with the new baby. She can be a mom, thinking everything's gonna be okay. My wife's gonna be okay.
5 weeks later, while at the hospital caring for Harley, who was very sick with a respiratory illness, Ashley began seeing double. Dr. Deborah Miller ordered CT scans and found the cancer had spread.
At that point, she was stage 4. So she had developed metastases to the lungs and along the perineural lining up into the cavernous sinus in the brain.
This is it. I thought, I have brain cancer. I thought I'm gonna die.
And man, yeah, it got bad quick, but I never felt like God left me, but I knew this was bad. This is real bad. And all I could do was I remember laying in bed crying and praying. And I don't even know what I prayed. I just pleading with God to help in this situation.
Ashley started a regime of chemotherapy and radiation, but her scans showed the tumors growing and multiplying.
And the actual report says innumerable tumors present.
Dr. Miller then changed Ashley's treatment, but didn't offer much hope for success.
Even before we found the metastases, the prognosis was poor. We knew that the chances were this would recur, and that at that time, if you recur and you have distant disease, it's terminal.
Dave struggled with his faith as he watched his wife suffering.
And up until this point, I'd just been pleading with God. I mean, almost arguing I felt like with God, please heal Ashley. Please heal her, Please take this cancer away.
I can remember having to literally crawl on my hands and knees up my stairs to get to the bathroom or to my bedroom because I could not walk. It hurt so bad.
Meanwhile, the Halfords Church started fasting and praying daily for Ashley's healing.
I remember praying one day, Lord, whatever your will is, I said, that's what I want. So if it's for Ashley not to make it, I prayed that she wouldn't be in a lot of pain. But I remember praying that. And I remember sitting here and I felt like I could literally feel God hugging me. And I never felt that before. I think during that prayer, that's probably the closest I've ever been to the Lord. Because I could literally feel arms wrap around me. And I remember almost like I could hear him say, it's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay.
After a month of prayer, Ashley went back in for more scans.
And on that scan, I still had all the tumors, but there was some shrinkage on some of them. Some of them had shrunk a little bit. And that was the very first scan that we saw anything positive.
Just 4 months later, Ashley was in remission. Dr. Miller was amazed.
Shocked. I mean, ecstatic, but with her prognosis, I was concerned that she would not get a response.
Ashley has remained cancer-free since 2009.
I had an older partner ask me, he says, so you are telling me you cured this young woman of this terminal cancer? I said, no, sir, I'm not telling you that. It was likely divine intervention, and then God used us as tools in order to effect her cure. But I said, I'm not so arrogant to think that it was me.
Fertility specialists told the Halfords that they could never have more children. But Harley prayed anyway.
I'd wake up at breakfast, lunch, supper, and before I went to bed, I would say a prayer, and I would always pray for sister.
Then, in February of 2012, Ashley got a call from her doctor about a routine blood test.
She says, Ashley, something's wrong with your lab work. And I said, what? She said, it says you're pregnant.
After a trouble-free pregnancy, Grace was born. She was joined by Eli 5 years later. The Halfords say they know firsthand that prayer changes everything.
Everyday things, I give it to God, give it to Him, and I know from my past experience with the Lord that He's going to take care of things. You know, I don't have to worry about it.
But now when somebody says, will you pray for me? I really try to take that to heart, because I think back to all the people who prayed for me and the outcome we saw of that and how God answered that prayer, and it really changed how I pray for people.
Prayer changes things. There's a reason. It's deep within us, and it's through every culture that we seek God, and we seek Him through prayer. We're asking for Him to intervene. Now, the rabbis talk about something called the natural order of things, that, you know, God has placed things into being, and He's actually created the natural order. But in order to achieve a spiritual awareness, it's in these times of transcendence that we understand the providence of God, that He actively intervenes on a regular basis to watch over us. Now, the Apostle Paul said, we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. And we sometimes need to break free of the symptoms, break free of the doctor's report, in order to get to that place, just as Ashley's husband got to that place where he got a hug from God and the realization that all things were going to work together. It's the reason we pray. It's the reason in the middle of our difficulty, we reach out to Him and we cry out, Daddy, can you make a difference here? Can you change things? Can you show me how you're working all things together for good? The answer to all of those prayers is yes, He can. He is the answer to every human need. All you have to do is cry out to Him and have that childlike faith that no matter what's coming, He's got it. He's able to take care of it. Now, if you need help with anything, we're here for you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you want someone to contend with you in prayer, all you have to do is call us, 1-800-700-7000, and we believe in prevailing prayer. That family went through prevailing prayer, and things got better, then things got worse, and then things got better, then things got worse. You have to hold on to the promises of God. We're here for you to do that. All you have to do is call us. Well, still ahead, inside a sweltering school where temperatures routinely reach 100 degrees. Now see why students in this village can't wait to get to the classroom. That's up next. In one Honduran village, clean water is non-existent, and the families who live there are forced to drink the same polluted water as their animals.
Even when the temperatures reach 100 degrees inside their temporary classroom, 8-year-old Ariella and her classmates still have to attend school.
It was so hot at our school that I couldn't even study.
The walls are made of black plastic sheeting. It's the only material the community could afford in this extremely impoverished area of Honduras.
Our classes are supposed to go from 8 till 3, but we can't stand the heat. I have to send them home early.
To make matters worse, the school has no clean water, so they have to get it from this pond that's polluted with both human and animal waste. So Operation Blessing provided some help. First, we built the children a brand new school using concrete blocks with windows that stretch across 2 entire walls to provide ventilation.
This school is much better than the other one, and heat doesn't bother us anymore.
Next, we discovered an underground mountain spring near the village. We then ran a pipe from it to a 5,000-gallon holding tank that we also built. Finally, we ran pipes to each home and the school, so that everyone has clean water to use for drinking, cooking, and bathing.
Now we have fresh, clean water at home, and my little girl does not get sick anymore.
And of course, the kids at school are glad they have clean water too.
Thanks, Operation Blessing, because you built our school and brought clean water to us.
Be a part of it. Be a part of everything we do around the world. We're a lot more than a television show. We want to reach out with hands of love and compassion and need, and we do it regularly on a daily basis in remote areas of the world, right here at home in the United States, but in that wonderful story in Honduras. You're a part of all of it when you join. How much is it to be a member? It's just $20 a month. That's 65 cents a day. So call us now and be a part. 1-800-700-7000. Here's a word for you from Colossians, and let the peace that comes from Christ rule in your hearts, for as members of one body you are called to live in peace.